I'm working on the chapter of my book called The Initiation of the Nine Nights. And I'm writing a bit about the goddess Hel and the word Helheim and where that comes from in Norse cosmology. And I just would like to throw some stuff out there for those of you who are just students of the occult and mythology. The word hell that Christians use is simply the Germanic underworld. The word, it comes from the Proto-Germanic word Helja, and Norse cosmology believes that Hel or Hela was a goddess who was the daughter of Loki, and she became the guardian of Helheim, which was the ancestor underworld. But before Norse cosmology, there was Teutonic cosmology. And in Teutonic cosmology, they believed that all ancestors went to Helja. And Helja means just the Norse underworld. It means the place that is covered or concealed. And consequently, witches were called Haliurunnae. Runa meaning both the runes, which were the magical writing, but also it was a word for magical incantations. So Haliurunnae were witches who used incantations and traveled the underworld. So they were basically shamans. So, unfortunately, and I looking back in history here, and I'm looking at, all of the stuff that I've uncovered with research, and I've noticed this, because Christianity did this to Judaism, because the Jews, they believe in something called Sheol, and Sheol is their ancestor underworld. And supposedly when Jesus died, he broke all the spirits out and they went to heaven. And then there was the Hades in Greek, and supposedly even the Christians say that the Christianity liberates people from Hades. So there was this strange propaganda in the Judeo-Christian church around being with the ancestors as being punishment. And I wonder if this has to do with a lot of the cultic indoctrination of the Christian church in separating the indigenous peoples of Europe from their own ancestral practices. Because, it's pretty convenient. You teach people that everything their ancestors used to do is wrong. It pretty much isolates them and makes them easy prey and easy targets to use, easy, convenient sheep for your big old cult that controls them. And I think looking back, as a witch and a historian, looking back on the history of Christianity, it is one giant political cult. And it has nothing to do with saving souls. It has everything to do with controlling them. And the thing is, we all go to our ancestors when we die. All of us. We all go to hell or Hades or Sheol. We all go there, and we must face our ancestors because we are bodily connected to them. Our bodies are connected to them. Now, if our souls decide to stay in hell and go somewhere else, that is up to us, and that is up to our own individual learning and spiritual growth as spiritual people. And that's for a later story. But this whole concept of going to hell, well, that was an ancient 2,000-year-old propaganda to try to get German people from worshiping their ancestors. So next time you hear somebody or yourself throwing around that word, know that you are basically on the side of the colonizer, the person who is removing the belief systems from an indigenous group of people. And of course, we see this continuing further as people who are Christian going into foreign lands and removing people from their ancestral practicing and demonizing their practices, which their people have done for thousands of years, because after all, it was done to us. So the first step to healing is to seeing what was done to you. Hell isn't a bad place. It's a place filled with a lot of love and a lot of wisdom and understanding, if you have the ears to hear and the heart to open up to forgive yourself for taking part in a religion that destroyed your ancestors.